All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our game tonight. Is going to be Tigris Deos JV against the Bulldog Mambas. I'm Miles Hodson, and this is
I am Avery. Thank you for tuning in tonight. This is the first game of the
tournament season.
tournament season, yeah, for JV.
Our regular season did end last week with Tigris Deos Varsity and JV. Varsity will not be playing this week or the week after. We will be back after a short break. But JV, they're getting right into it this week with this game.
Yeah. So thanks for tuning in again. Of course, check out our Twitter and YouTube channel where we archive all of the game footage. If you haven't seen any of the past games, we have been playing for about a month and a half now. So they are all on our WN Media YouTube channel, archives of all of the games. So thanks for tuning in.
One thing interesting, though, is Tigris Deos has actually already won the match tonight. It was due to a forfeit, and we Bulldogs wanted to play against us, so we're going to go in and play against them.
Yes, so this is more of a scrimmage tonight between the Bulldogs because of the forfeit beforehand. So, but we still wanted to stream it, give a good a stream, get a stream in, give you guys entertainment, and allow the teams to have a lot of practice. So we're just here waiting for the other team now. It should be any moment now before they start to pop in, and they are starting to pop in now. So
it does look like they have joined. One thing I do want to say, though, Tigris Deos JV has already played the Bulldogs part, and it was a 2-0 victory. So I'm going to just go ahead and predict for tonight it's going to be another 2-0 for Tigris Deos.
yes.
And
Of course, it's just a scrimmage right now, so it's a lot of just practice. But yes, we have played the Bulldog Mambas before. So
my shirt is green. Oh, great. I didn't. Who would have thought me wearing a colorful flannel?
I notice sometimes my mask will do that.
Yeah.
But it's not right now for some reason. But it will like get all weird. That's funny.
That's great. I'm glad that's not. Wonderful.
Yeah.
I believe we'll be starting here in a couple minutes,
Yes.
and we'll be right back
Yes.
with the action.
We will be right
Stay
back.
tuned.
Be right back. Be right back.
Yes, yes. All right. Whoa.
Wrong buttons.
It does believe we are starting on not Anubis. This is not Anubis. This is Oasis, a control style map.
Oh man, we're clipping. Ooh. All right, that should. Ooh, that's still. Why is that like that?
What? So loud?
Yeah, did you hear that? Okay. Well, technical difficulties, of course.
Of course, yes.
I don't know why that's so loud. Oh, that should be better. Hopefully.
Interesting enough. All right, Tigris Deos here. It does look like they're going to be running a pretty similar comp to what they have ran before. Actually, a little bit different. Quentin Hamilton on a Sigma, while Ender Dragon is onto a Diva. DPS line, though, has been pretty familiar. Ashley is on the Soldier 76 with McCree with Bubbles. Then the support lineup. Mollypie is actually trying something a little bit new and is going with a Moira. Personal favorite for me. I play a lot of Moira. And then Cheese is going along with a Zenyatta.
Hopefully fix that audio issue.
Mamba actually is going with a Bastion, which is an interesting pick. You don't normally see that on control maps, but it does have the possibility to work if they get the surprise. Does get an early pick off on Quentin Hamilton, though. That can be very big if they're able to get off. Bubbles ends up taking down their tank, so it's going to be an even pick there. And Tigris Deos is already getting an early pick, not early pick, an early capture point, while Ender Dragon and Bubbles are end up cleaning up their DPS. Bubbles ends up picking off their Mercy as well, and this does look like a one team fight for Tigris Deos. And they had a DC.
Did they? Yep, they did.
So we're just going to be right back with the action whenever the person joins back. Yep. All right, we are returning back to the action right now. And yes, they did have a DC real quick, and sad enough to say, but I think Tigris Deos is going to be able to hold it just a little bit longer now because of that. It does look like it was actually their support too in a Moira, which is okay. Moira can build ults quite quickly. But Tigris Deos is now going to have a pretty firm grasp of this point, especially with their more defensive bunker style comp. And it does look to be going pretty well for Tigris Deos. Bulldog's not really been able to get a good push in so far. Bastion is kind of off on his own there a little bit, but both supports are coming after him. Ender Dragon actually gets a good pick off onto Mini Dwarf. And let's take a look over here at Bubbles. Sorry, I have to change characters a little bit there. Looks like he's going to try to flank maybe on the Bastion there. Gets a couple shots on there, but has to retreat. And it's still looking pretty good for Tigris Deos on this point. They end up switching actually over to a Tracer, which can work really well against Tigris Deos' comp if they're able to capitalize off of it. Jesus ends up using Trans there. I don't know if it was exactly worth it, but no, if it works in the long run, it works. Ender Dragon ends up going down as well, but Quinton Hamilton ends up finding the Bastion. Bubbles finds the Roadhog. And now it looks like it's basically an open brawl on this point between Tigris Deos and Bulldogs. But Tigris Deos does look like they still have the upper hand in this fight.
Alright, sorry, I'm back. I was just adjusting audio levels to make sure we're not like doing that clipping nonsense again. So, should be all good now.
Fun. Quinton Hamilton helping Bubbles ends up finishing off the Tracer there. Oh, I think he's going to end up just trying to keep the Bastion off point. Barely gets him, though, which is good. Now all they got to do is just keep them off the point and take it. Oh, massive Deadeye coming out from Bubbles there. That's going to fairly help a lot. And Bulldogs are not able to touch here again. Sorry again for all the audio technical difficulties. We had to rush getting ready for the stream, and may have overlooked a couple things, but I think we are getting the hang of it.
Yeah, sorry about that. We're trying to. It's showing in Streamlabs that we're getting game audio.
Just remember, there is a 3-minute delay, so it will take quite a bit to get to the point where we just fix that.
Yeah, that's the other thing. 3-minute delay, so anything that we change now won't happen for another 3 minutes.
Tigris Deos, though, is changing it up a little bit. Ender Dragon ends up going onto the Reinhardt, while Quinton Hamilton switches to a Hog. He just ends up going onto a Brig, which is actually quite powerful in this meta. Well, not very powerful. She's still good, though, with her extra 25 health. Looks like Bulldogs is going a little bit weird, though. Ooh, charge comes out. Quinton Hamilton says no to it. Bubbles ends up picking off the Reinhardt in the end, but ooh, Ashley ends up going down, which is going to be a really good pick for Bulldogs, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to capitalize on it very much, though. Ooh, good pick onto the Mercy there. I believe Tigris Deos has already capped the point. And, oh, there's a Junkrat behind. Interesting pick from Bulldogs here, but I don't know if it's going to be exactly the pick they need in this team fight. A Junkrat and a Bastion. Not normally oh my lord. Not what I would normally see in a DPS lineup. It does look like they're about to try to make a full-on attack here, but Tigris Deos is just trying to hold them off. That Bastion setup there is pumping out plenty of damage. I don't know if it's going to really help Bulldogs get anywhere with it. It does look like they're rotating. Cheez-Its ends up trying to get something there, but he ends up getting picked off. Bubbles ends up finding the Sigma there. But, oh, Ender Dragon's overextended now. I don't know if he's going to be able to get out of this alive. Quinton Hamilton finds the Junkrat. Well, actually, I still believe this is winnable for Tigris Deos now. Because Bulldogs is very split up, and it's going to be very easy pickings for Tigris Deos. Ooh, Jesus ends up overextending a little bit there, and it does have to repay it with his life. Ashley ends up going down as well to the Junkrat. Picks are currently in the favor of Bulldogs if they're able to capitalize on this. Coalescence is ready from Alipie. It's the good time to use it, though. Help your Ryan out. Ooh, ends up going on the DPS route with it. Just seeing if she can get any picks. I think she's going to be able to get the Junkrat and maybe the Genji. Gets 2 eliminations with that Coalescence, which is going to be able to put the team fight back in Tigris Deos' favor. Shatter ends up coming out, gets the Mercy. That's not where I would have wanted to use it, though. You have 2 people on the point that you need to get out of there first. Ryan's ends up going out, Lucio ends up going out, and I believe this is going to be end up being a map win for Tigris Deos. And it is. It's actually going to be a round win. Current score is Tigris Deos 1, Bulldogs 0. And we will end up be going on to our second map here with Bulldogs kicking. So far, Tigris Deos has been playing really well. They've been playing really well as a team and trying out some new stuff as well. And let's go ahead and see this play of the game from Jesus as Brigitte. Doing Brig things, swinging around and getting eliminations. Let's go on ahead and head to the score room.
Alrighty, still trying to get audio levels okay and everything. But hopefully it's good at this point.
I do believe they are looking a lot better now, which is good to hear at least. If there's any problems, I'm sure you guys will let us know.
Yes, please let us know in the chat.
I do not actually have any idea what the map pool is, so it's gonna be a surprise. Yay, we like surprises.
Let's see what we get next.
But it is gonna be up to Bulldog's choice here now.
Yes.
And I think we might as well just be back to start the next game.
Alrighty, we will be right back. All right.
We're going to the newsroom.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Before we get started here, I just want to give a shout out to Mr. Zweifel. He is Be the Zweifel in the chat, and Be the Z is his gamer tag. I know he's one of the coaches here, and he's unavailable to be with us tonight and for the next few weeks, but we just wanted to give a big shout out to you. So thank you for all you do for the team. And here we go. Got about 10 seconds before 10 seconds left to assemble the heroes, and then we will go on and start to get ready to attack.
Alrighty there. Oh wait, say Tigris Deos about tech? No, they're defending.
I mean, defending, yes.
And they're gonna actually go with a Ryan Zarya, which is an interesting comp to go on defense. I was expecting more of a Sigma Orisa double field kind of comp, but Ryan Zarya can work very well as long as that Zarya stays charged. Bubbles ends up switching off to Ponto, which I haven't seen him play a lot of personally, but I mean, this is time to try stuff new in a scrim.
Yeah.
Ashley ends up staying on her comfort character, which seems to be Soldier 76. Now, the one weakness I would like to point out on Tigris Deos right now is actually their support lineup, playing with a Brig and a Lucio. Having two healers that they do a very low amount of healing, and Brig has damage, and Lucio has low healing no matter what. It's very risky to do that, especially even if one support gets picked off. That's going to be almost all your support gone. But maybe Tigris Deos can make it to work.
Yeah, we will see.
But Bulldogs ends up going off with a pretty interesting comp of their own with Rissa and a Winston. Don't completely understand it, but hey, maybe they got something in their head that I don't. But hey, let's go on and see what's going to go on. Ashley was actually behind there a little bit, but she is able to get back out alive. Bastion is set up around the corner there, just trying to put in a little bit of damage. Ashley ends up finding him though, and he will be going back to spawn. Bulldogs are doing some interest. Not a whole lot going on here. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Both teams are seeing to see if they're gonna peek first or what's going on.
And this is Ashley we have playing right here, as you're seeing.
Again, on the Soldier 76 character, generally a pretty good character, especially for beginners and everything. Ooh, they end up actually switching off to a Genji instead of a Bastion, but Ashley finds him pretty quickly as well. Bubbles ends up actually finding the Moira with an Hamilton. Quentin Hamilton finds the Junkrat, and it still looks pretty good for Tigris Deos on this point A defense on Hanamura.
Lots of good communication in the room right now.
Looking at the ultimates and everything for Tigris Deos, Bubbles is actually the closest to his, along with Alipie is also very close to her Pete. Dragons will be very good on point A defense, and he's going to go ahead and use it in this corridor. Already a very natural place to just have a lot of people grouped up. Ends up finding one, but Ashley ends up finding a second. And this does look like another team fight win for Tigris Deos here. But Ali is actually a little bit overextended and ends up getting picked off by the Orisa. But Tigris Deos is actually going to come in and just push him right back into this spawn. And take a look over at Quentin Hamilton, who seems to be staying pretty well charged on Zarya here. Ends up throwing the Grav out there. He does end up finding the Junkrat, but that was a very interesting use of the Grav. Ender Dragon ends up finding one with, yeah, very interesting use of the Grav there. I would have much rather have just saved it to combo it with another ult, but, you know, whatever they're doing, it's working, so. 1 minute remaining for the Bulldogs push on point. As Junkrat Tire comes out, it looks like it's going to be going on a full-on road trip, kind of find its way to the Tigris Deos. Ends up actually finding two, which is going to be very big for Bulldogs. It's going to be the two ultimates that Tigris Deos does have as well. So it's going to be very interesting. Oh, but Quentin Hamilton's being aggressive. He ends up finding one while Ashley finds another. And Tigris Deos is bringing this team fight back into an even playing field. Quentin Hamilton still playing very aggressive and finding one there as well. Staying very well charged too. Just pushing past the Orisa shield, just no care in the world. Lucio Beat comes out onto the aggressive attack there. He's trying to keep the entire Bulldogs team back. And then Quentin Hamilton's end up finding the Moira. This does look a little bit grim Bulldogs here to push on to point A. Someone is going to have to touch the trigger overtime. Monkey's trying to, but he ends up getting booped back, and it doesn't look like anyone's going to be able to. All Tigris Deos needs now is one tick on point A, and they will have the second map win. And the score will be 2-0. Let's go ahead and stay in the game, and we'll see what's going to happen from Tigris Deos attack. I'm expecting much of the same, seeing how well it worked on defense, but they can always change it up and do something interesting.
Yeah, I got about 20 seconds here to assemble the heroes, and then start the 45 seconds to prepare to start the game. And yeah.
Let's go on ahead and I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to guess they're going to go with something funky.
Something funky.
Something funky. I don't know what funky would mean, but I'm guessing funky.
All right.
They're doing something funky. All right, Quentin Hamilton onto the Wrecking Ball with Ender Dragon onto the Diva. They are going to be running a dive on Hanamura point A. All right, interesting calls made throughout the room. Cheez-Its ends up switching off to a Zenyatta instead of the Brig, which would be really good to have that extra damage in there, especially with the dive. Bubbles ends up embracing the dive as well and ends up going with a Reaper, which will work very well against their Rissa / other dive tank comp. But I'll be interested to see how well Tigris Deos is able to pull it off. Let's go ahead and actually take a look at Bubbles and see what he's going to be doing on this point. Bulldogs, their own, are going a very similar / very different comp at the same time. They're running a very multitasking comp. Ender Dragon actually already finds a pick onto the Torbjorn, and Cheez-Its ends up finding a pick onto their Mercy. Bubbles ain't doing a whole lot up here. We're gonna go ahead and take a look over at Ashley, who we already has a pick here. Chuck finds two, and this does look very winnable for Tigris Deos.
Yeah, getting a lot of picks from Tigris Deos, and here we go, almost done casting.
And that will be
There
map
we go.
2 win for Tigris Deos JV against the Mambas.
Very good.
Go ahead and see this play of the game. Oh, who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? I'm going to guess it's going to be Bubbles. It's Quentin Hamilton.
okay.
Oh, I was wrong. Let's go ahead and see what Quentin Hamilton has done. This winner, he's being very aggressive against that Rissa. Ender Dragon comes out. So does the Beat. And he just keeps on finding the picks in this fight. Oh yeah, it's him coming down, get the flanking Moira. And yeah, that saved the team fight there. Gonna head to the score room.
Oh, yep, there's my mask doing the thing.
Oh yeah, there's my shirt doing the same.
Yeah.
All right. So while I'm transforming into a green screen and Avery's face is doing the same, Tigris Deos is playing very well so far. I do not know if we're going to continue playing. My guess is that we will.
Yeah, a lot of times, even if the other team does have all of the points needed to win the scrim or the game totally, they have an option if they want to do the third round, just as kind of, fun or to scrimmage. Since this is a scrim, I would say that they probably will go ahead and play that third game.
I'm guessing we're going to be playing multiple games after this, actually.
Yeah, that's true.
But while we go ahead and let the Mambas pick what character they want to play next, we will be back with the action after this break.
Be right back.
All right, everyone, welcome back to the action, and we're actually going to be going on to a very different map than what I was actually expecting. Junkertown, an escort map, which is actually my least favorite escort map out of the entire pool, if I'm going to be honest. But hey, Mambas picked it. We're going to have to play him on it.
Yeah.
And I'm expecting much of the same from Tigris Deos. Probably more of a double shields comp, maybe a Reinhardt in the mix, but support lineup, I'm expecting most of the same. Same with the DPS.
Yeah.
If it's not broke, why fix it?
Exactly. And here we go, about 45 seconds left until the game actually starts. Just getting things warmed up and ready from both sides.
You know, I was actually almost completely dead wrong on my predictions for Tigris Deos. I ended up going with an Ana and a Mercy, which is actually a really good healing combination. Quentin Hamilton actually goes back onto a Sigma, and Ender Dragon's back onto the Reinhardt. Bubbles ends up going onto a Doomfist, and with Ashley staying on her comfort pick, which seems to be Soldier 76. Now, Bulldog seem to actually be doing something pretty different. They're actually going to go with a Reinhardt and a Hog for their tanks with a Widowmaker up at the top. I don't think Tigris Deos is actually ready for this because, well, we haven't seen a Widow yet today, so this could be very interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
Lucio,
here we go.
I haven't seen any. Not a whole lot going on right now. Tigris Deos is just holding on to the main choke. Ooh, Charge actually comes out from behind, ends up getting Ender Dragon. He's able to charge out and stay alive, but that could have been very bad for Tigris Deos. Quentin Hamilton ends up trying to come off. Ooh, ends up picking off the Hog there, which is going to be very big. That should almost completely stop the Bulldog's advance on this push.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, Lucio ends up going down, and so does Reinhardt. Bubbles ends up finding the Mercy and the Widowmaker. And yep, this is definitely going to be a team fight win for Tigris Deos here.
Yeah, lots of pick by the team.
Lots of picks, lots of damage has been done. Hogs ends up actually pushing off a little bit too far on his own. Gets naded, and he can no longer heal that way. So it's very easy pickings now. Bubbles ends up finding the Reinhardt again. And Lucio's a little bit overextended, and Bubbles finds him as well. Bubbles on this Doomfist is playing very well so far.
Yeah.
And Bubbles ends up knocking off a Bastion off the map. Let's go ahead and take a look over at Bubbles, actually, then. See what's going on with him. I think Hanzo sees him, and he's having a 1v1 with Hanzo.
Got about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Ooh, Ashley ends up actually going down to the Roadhog, which is going to be very bad for Tigris Deos if they're not able to do anything. Ender Dragon actually ends up coming out and find Ender Dragon. Yes, Ender Dragon ends up coming out, finding two. And yep, I think this is going to be another team fight win. But Ender Dragon finds one, so does Quentin Hamilton, and Tigris Deos, I think, has got this in the bag. Oh, but good charge comes out from. Good charge comes out. Oh, Jesus ends up actually finding the res. Sneaks it right by him. Pulled a sneaky on him. Is able to get it off. While Bubbles goes into the back line. Gets one. Ender Dragon actually charges the Reinhardt off the map. Taking his own life. But it's going to be, I'd say, worth it for Tigris Deos in the end. As long as Tigris Deos is able to hold this. And it does look like it will with the help of Ashley. And Bubbles sitting on the front line doing a whole lot of damage. Ryan Charge comes back out. It does actually find Aliphi. Oh, but the res comes out from Jesus, and it's good. Mercy sitting above. Jesus ends up trying to get a slice, but he's ain't able to find anything. And Tigris Deos now is currently sitting on 5 ultimates, with Bulldog sitting on 1.
Yeah, got about a minute left of this.
And Ashley ends up finding a pick in this as well. Jesus pulling a Matthew Travis right now, whipping out the pistol. We're gonna go ahead and ignore that happened and switch over to an Ender Dragon gameplay. It actually ends up going down, but Tigris Deos is still gonna have it. Jesus is actually finding another res in the whole mess of this. And Ashley's already back into the fight. Hanzo ult comes out. It's time to move. And it doesn't look like he's going to be able to claim anyone of Tigris Deos. Quentin Hamilton uses his ult and ends up getting multiple in it, but only one final blow. And, yep, the rest of the eliminations end up coming out pretty soon after as well. Tigris Deos still having 4 ultimates on the table. going to be very good. Ooh, Pulse Bomb comes out, not able to find anything there, it looks like. And, yep, Tracer seems to be stuck in her own little room. Ooh, Shatter ends up coming out. It's good. It connects. Big slam. And, yep, it does look like Tigris Deos is going to be able to keep this at a very short push. As Ashley ends up popping off there at the end with her visor.
Yeah, wow.
Very good round for Tigris Deos there on the defense. Now all they got to do is have a good offense.
You guys are watching here. Be the Z already commented, but if you have Player of the Night recommendations, go ahead and comment in the chat. We currently have Q Hammy as a person that has been selected by Mr. Be the Z. So if you have someone you'd like to see as Player of the Night, go ahead and comment. And here we go. We got about 45 seconds left until this next round. And yeah, let's see how Tigris Deos does.
Yeah, I'm expecting a lot of the what in the world has Tigris Deos done. Alright, they're running something very different that I've never actually seen most of them run before. Put Hamilton back on the ball. It worked pretty well on Hanamura. I mean, he's hoping for a lot more success in this as well.
If they're wanting to try stuff new, this is the time to do it, of course.
Of course, yes. Bubble's actually off onto the Genji. Rest in peace, Robert. I guess this is the reincarnation of Robert, right? He looked at me for a second. That was weird. Let's go ahead and take a look over at the Genji. And let's see what Tigris Deos does. Looks like Bulldog's going to do mainly some of the same with Bastion, actually. A little bit different. Looks like Bubbles knows that Tracer... that's a soldier sitting down there. Oh, Mercy's a little bit overextended. Alipie actually goes down to the Bastion, which is going to be bad, but Put Hamilton ends up finding the Bastion in the end as well. Oh, it looks like an all-out brawl in this corner in here. And Tigris Deos is starting to win this as well, I believe. It does look like it is winnable for Tigris Deos. Let's go ahead and take a look over at Ender Dragon, who's on the Winston. I haven't seen much Winston gameplay from him before, but it's good to see him playing some different characters and getting to learn some new ones. Bubbles ends up actually playing really well on the Genji, and Tigris Deos only has a short little push to get this. I don't know if Bulldog's going to be able to touch, and they are not, and Tigris Deos ends up taking the third map here.
There we go. Good teamwork and good communication between Tigris Deos.
Great plays from them as well.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Watch it. The play of the game from Ashley here. Gets one, gets two, and ends up getting 3-on-3 from Zarya.
Yeah.
Nano a little bit late, but it still gets something.
All right. Yeah, not too bad by Tigris Deos. They do end up winning this scrimmage. So very good plays from both teams. Very good game. And yeah, so we're gonna be right back and find out what we're going to be doing next. We probably will have a little bit more gameplay for this stream, but if not, we will come back with Player of the Night. So be right back. Alrighty, here we go with player of the match. We have Jesus here, um, and so let let's go ahead and get started with a few questions. So, favorite moment of tonight? What do you think?
Favorite moment? I'd say was that play of the game I got was the brig
Okay, yeah,
because that was a tight situation I was putting myself into. I could have easily messed anything up there, and
yeah,
I still pulled through on it.
yeah. Very good play. You played a few heroes tonight, correct? Yeah. Which one do you think you did the best on tonight?
Uh, I want to say that Mercy from the last game
Yeah.
because she's a player. She's a hero I don't really play that much.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely noticed. We noticed that you guys kind of changed things up at that last round, and which is good because this is the time to do that. Definitely. So overall team spirit tonight.
It was pretty good. It was actually a chillax.
Yeah, it was very.
Thanks to that other team, we actually got to play a game tonight because before the old team canceled on us.
Yeah, yeah. So fortunately, they had to forfeit, but we are very grateful for Bulldog Mambas tonight to come out and give us a game, give us a stream, and good game to them, and great time, and thank you so much for that. That kind of answers my other question. So we'll go on to the last question of tonight. How has this year been?
Uh, I don't really know how to describe it. For me, I've been very tired. I can't get any sleep that much.
Yeah,
But this year, for when it comes to the esports, uh, I wish we could have gotten to play a little more.
right. Yeah,
I'm mainly here just to play. I'm not really much for winning
yeah.
because I just enjoy being able to use a PC since I don't have one of my own.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. And having that team spirit with some other people is
Yeah.
really beneficial. So, well, we want to thank you, Jesus, for coming on and being player of the night. Be sure to tune in next week. We do have another. Or wait, next week we don't. Sorry. But in the next week after next week, we will start having play. If you're looking for more gameplay, we do archive all of our Twitch streams on our WN Media YouTube channel. I'll try to get that linked in the About Us section on our Twitch channel. So be sure to go there, look that up, and it is WN Media on YouTube, and you can see some more gameplay of both JV and varsity games. Thanks again for all of our sponsors. We've got Harley and Todd here with Heritage Realty, and all of the other sponsors that you saw on the 10-minute counter at the beginning of the time and throughout the Be Right Back. So thanks again for tuning in. We will see you later.